Brian again, because Scott's here with questions. Sean, do you have any questions for Scott?
No, we talked a little bit about the Purdue
Okay.
after the last game. So
All right, Brian?
Well, I'll just start off and ask you what it's like to play Purdue after all these years, Scott.
I don't see it as anything different than us going down there and playing IU last year. Like I had said earlier, I don't really know any of the guys on the team now, so it's not like I'm going back and playing a bunch of guys I've played with before. So, it's just like going down there and playing IU. It's going to be a great atmosphere, and everyone's going to be a little amped up. So I'm excited for it.
I mean, how much do you look back in that time? I mean, does the fact that there is nobody there that you know completely make that almost like a stranger program to you, or are there some ties you have?
I mean, there's obviously always going to be some ties there, and there's still some people around. But in terms of their personnel playing wise, it's a completely different group that that I am not familiar with, and that sort of thing. So and even offensively and defensively, they're doing some things differently than they did when I was there. So it's a completely different look, and it has changed a lot since I've been there.
Great. Thanks, man.
Mm-hmm.
Pete?
I'm good, thanks.
Okay, Doug?
Yeah, Scott, when you look back at the year you spent at Purdue, I mean, do you have some fond memories? Or, I mean, obviously you wouldn't have transferred if you were completely happy, but, I mean, do good thoughts come to your mind about your days in West Lafayette?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I was there, and I'm friends with Rob obviously from most of my life. So, we had some good times with some big wins, and I had a lot of friends that went to Purdue from high school. So, there were definitely some good days at Purdue, and I enjoyed myself there.
And I mean, are you on decent terms with Coach Painter? I mean, was it an okay separation? Obviously, no coach ever wants to lose a player, but I mean, was it all right how things sort of turned out? And I mean, it's not like you're dreading looking, not seeing him on Saturday, I would imagine. No,
I don't think it's anything like that. No one's upset. Obviously, it didn't work out, and I don't think anyone was too thrilled, but it's just the way things happen, and I don't think anybody's bitter about it or anything like that.
And you might have heard Coach Bray say, in hindsight, he probably should have just concentrated on recruiting you out of Valparaiso High School rather than recruiting both you and Rob. Would that made much of a difference when you look back at it, or would he had his work cut out for him if, in fact, he had taken that approach?
I'd have made him work for it either way. So, I don't know. Rob, obviously Rob was a great player. I mean, you just look at what he did there. So, I don't think you have much of a choice. You have to recruit Rob Hummel if Rob Hummel, can be sought after. So, I don't know. I don't really want to worry about hypotheticals and that sort of thing. So, we'll just leave it at Rob was a hell of a player, and you got to recruit him.
And last thing from me, Coach Bray also said how much he enjoyed you and Rob playing on the AAU circuit, and basically said you guys played the right way. That's got to be a heck of a compliment coming from your coach, does it not? Oh
yeah, absolutely. And I think that's what we prided ourselves on in AAU was the way we played and the way we played together. And that we didn't play selfishly. And you'll get that on the AAU circuit every now and then. Some guys just want to get some shots up. So it's a big compliment. And though it was a long time ago, it still makes you smile a little bit.
Thanks so much, Scott.
No problem.
Ben? Mark, Lazarus? Jeff?
Hey, Scott.
Hi, how you doing?
Excuse me. I'm curious, you've played like one game in the last 7 months, it feels like. How do you guys handle this kind of a layoff in this situation?
I think one thing we got going for us is we had a similar situation last week. We had pretty much a week off and then played Saturday, and then we get to do it again this week. And we got some downtime to worry about exams and that sort of thing. I didn't have any exams, but other guys had some stuff to worry about. But I think Coach gave us those couple of days to kind of do our own thing, and, lift on our own, work out with the assistant coaches, and yesterday we got to play, and I think that was important, is us getting back to playing. So I think the great thing is that we had that week before to kind of practice it and get ready for it, and it worked out well. So I think we're sticking to a similar schedule and similar routine.
Coach said you scrimmaged with Luke yesterday. I know obviously you guys had some battles in high school and in AAU, but you still regret that you never got a chance to play together in college?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, that was one of the big selling points for me was to be able to play with him and here at Notre Dame. So, you know, I was upset, you know, obviously for being hurt, but you know, one of the bigger reasons was because I wouldn't get to play with Luke. That was something that, you know, we were excited about and we had talked about a lot even the year before when I had to sit. So, yeah, that hurt and you know it was upsetting, but it was nice to have him back yesterday. He still can score the ball. Let's put it that way.
All right, thanks, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Scott, other than being like 4 or 5 years older, how are you different than the guy that walked in the door of Purdue so long ago?
I think I'm definitely more confident in myself. You know, I believe in what it is I do out there and how I help the team win. You know, other than that, I don't know if it's much difference. Maybe I'm a bit more aggressive now than I was. Defensively, I'm definitely much better than I was when I was there. Much smarter, I guess, if you want to say that. So, you know, I think it is those 4 or 5 years that have helped me mature and grow, and you know, I'm definitely stronger too. That's for sure.
Because it's been so long, is this almost like just another game where maybe if you were a year or 2 removed from Purdue, you might have a little bit more emotions going on? But, I mean, like you said, there's really nobody there.
Right. Yeah, I think if I'd have been, you know, the year after I transferred, or 2 years after I had transferred, it would be a little bit more just because, you know, you play with all those guys and you know those guys. And, you know, now, you know, you're playing a team that it's just like any other team. You don't know anybody. You know, I mean, you watch them a little closer, you know, because you were there. You know, I'm a little bit more familiar with them than I am other teams, obviously. But it's not that I play with any of these guys, so I don't have that, you know, those relationships that would really kind of make it a bit more meaningful.
I was going to ask you what a 6-year senior does during final exams, pass out the test and put his feet up on the test. I guess you kind of answered that.
Yeah, I had a lot of time to relax and rest up, so I'm going to be good and rested on Saturday.
You've talked about, you know, the conversation you had with Coach Bray about getting more shots up over the summer, and not to jinx you or anything, but your shooting percentage is pretty good from beyond the arc. I mean, how much time did you put into that? What exactly did you do? Who'd you work with?
My brother came in for the summer, not all of it, but most of it, and you know, he would rebound for me, and you know, he was actually a better shooter than I was, and probably still is. So he would set me up with some drills to do, and I would work on that stuff with him. So me and him spent a lot of hours in the summer. You know, it varied on, you know, each day depending on how the knee felt and that sort of thing. But we were in there quite a bit because we didn't have anything else to do. Because I think I took guitar over the summer, so I wasn't too stressed about class then either.
What, any change? I mean, was it just a matter of repetition, or did you change anything in your technique?
Yeah, we worked on some mechanical things, some small stuff, nothing big. You know, just you know, little things that, you know, ball placement, you know, high release arc, that sort of thing. So it wasn't drastic, just little tweaks.
Scott, you talk, I believe Robbie's in Spain.
Yes.
Maybe you talked to him at all just about the game coming up, email here today?
No, we haven't really talked about it. You know, he's a busy guy over there, so you know, we haven't really got around to it.
Well, what's it been like just to see him, you know, graduate, go on with a professional career, and you're still hanging around?
Yeah, I'm a lucky one, I think. You know, I'm still in school, so no, you know, it's really cool. You know, especially to see him get drafted. That was a big deal for all of us, and it was really cool to see. And yeah, now he's over in Spain, and you know, playing well over there. So yeah, it was definitely cool to watch. It was a cool experience to see that, and you know, I'm still thankful to be here though. So I'm enjoying myself.
Any other questions? Okay, great, thanks.
Thanks, Scott.
Okay.